For this video, we will work on improving your LinkedIn profile using ChatGPT. And so here I started with a fairly basic prompt. Help me to improve my LinkedIn profile, ask me questions, and provide suggestions for improvements. And then I went over to my LinkedIn and I copied everything down. I tried not to grab everything, including all the side and the header, but everything that seems like it could be reasonable. So I grabbed all of this. You'll note I didn't click into each section. That's something you could do, but I chose not to. I copied that over and I dropped it in here. And you can see it doesn't come out really clean, but that's fine. So I ran that prompt and then I came down here. And so it gives me some things, right? And so it can't necessarily see my photo, but it says, make sure you have a nice, clean, professional headshot. Headline, it says maybe you should consider something else, something more concise. And so this is something I might actually do. My original headline over here is fairly long. I tried to capture a couple of things, but maybe going short and to the point is a better option. It's asking me to make sure my contact information is correct. The about section it's saying is pretty good. But maybe it's saying I can expand a little on background, achievements, and what drives me. So that's something I can look at. And it's something I can also say, hey, give me a little help. I can go in and copy the about section and drop it. So maybe we'll do that. Experience, same sort of deal. And it didn't, again, over here, it didn't pull all of my experience because it wasn't opened up. So I could open it up and manually go back and forth and copy and paste. So I'll leave that one alone. Skills and endorsements, it says I should prioritize. And so you can see here, again, it only pulled a couple. These happen to be pretty decent, but maybe I want to see if I can restructure those and ask some more people for some other endorsements. Recommendations, same thing. Volunteering, license and certification. So just making sure they're up to date. So this is all good general information. And it continues into all the sections, and then it repeats some of them. Well, this is a cover photo actually, so slightly different, but it's some general information. One of the items it pointed out was my experience could be a little bit more detailed, and so I said, great, show me how to do that. So I just asked a fairly broad question, help me with the experience for Fit for Commerce, which is my last role here. And I only have a blurb from the company here, so this is something it correctly identified I need to build out. So it gives me some ideas. Some of these are, if you know anything about best practices, starting with an action word, it's all in the same tense. There are numbers related. So this, over here, percentages. So I haven't gone through all of these, but just at first glance, this looks very nice, and it's comprehensive. So something to look at. I also ran this a second time, and sometimes this will happen where you can run the same exact prompt, right? So this is the same prompt I did, put in the same information, and ChatGPT, interpreted it differently. And so here's a slightly different list, structured slightly differently, but has a lot of the same information. So again, it talks about the profile photo. It gives me another option for a headline. And here is something that I could just say, give me 5 more headline options. And we can let that run while we continue to go down. So experience says, try to use bullet points instead of the blurb, right? So that blurb that was there that I got straight from the company, it's saying I can shift it. It's also giving me other options like publications, right? I'm interested in AI, obviously. I'm doing this video. Maybe I should publish some articles on LinkedIn, right? That'll get me out there. So you can run it a couple of different ways. You could change the prompt slightly. If we go down back here, so give me 5 more headline options. And here you go. Here are a couple of different options. So I can choose one of these if I wanted to. I could always edit it. I could ask it to give me more options. So just some ideas on how you can use ChatGPT to optimize your LinkedIn.